Good morning, folks. I'm helping Jake a little bit this morning. He's building Breezy. A front porch, and he's trying to square it up. And I'm going to help him get that all set up, get his post set. Then he can do most of it by himself. I'll be back, Johnny. Johnny, I'll be back. Johnny's upset. And I'm not sitting there loving on him. He's already eaten. Johnny eats 4 times a day. Not every 4 hours. Every 3 hours, something like that. Come on. And come on, baby. And eats a lot for a little baby. But he's growing good. All right, don't turn this around. All right, it's Breezy's house. He's dug the holes. Now we're gonna set these posts. Oh, Jake's a hard worker. Doing this for his sister. Now, that's awesome, I think. For his sister.
She forces me to do these sort of things.
Oh, she didn't force you.
She always forces me to work.
She probably shames you into it, doesn't she?
Something like that.
All right, I'm just gonna help you. All right, we got it all squared up. Jake's fixing to run his string across from that post to this post and set his middle post. And he's gonna concrete these in. You see Breezy giving him some directions.
Bree ain't done nothing.
I know she ain't done nothing. Supervisor through the door.
She's not even a good supervisor.
I asked if y'all wanted some water.
And I told you I was about to pee.
But I asked.
Well, yeah, you
Miss
have.
at Jamie's house, she'd already have me lunch cooked in there.
All right, I gotta go. I'll be back, Jake. This morning I've got two girls riding with me. My 2 little sweet girls. Carly had a sleepover at 9:30 last night. She said, hey, tell your dad bye-bye. Look. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. And she waved her hand. Woke up at 7:30, went to bed at 9:30, got her little bib, her little sippy cup or whatever it was. Went sound asleep, never heard another word out of her. 7:30 this morning, she stands up in her bed and says, Pawpaw? Pawpaw? And I actually real still, I didn't move. And finally, Gigi got her. They went and did something, whatever, and I went and got up. Anyway, she wants to ride. Her dad's brought Coda, and he's on his way to work. And so I'm giving her a ride while he makes his escape. She loves her daddy. Loves her daddy. All right. Heidi getting water. She's eating some chicken feed I spilled by the tree there. The rest of the goats are all eating. Ivan's had breakfast and he's out here with the goats hanging out. I got the mama, a granny goat, in there with her baby eating by themselves. All right. Heidi's going to take a little swim, maybe. That's part of her therapy. There she is, she's swimming. Yeah, see, I see both legs working, so that's good therapy. Okay, baby? That's therapy. Low impact. All right. Come on, baby. Shake it all off. Oh, everything's eating. going to sleep on me. She's going to sleep. Are you awake, baby? Are you awake? Little eyes closed. Alright, your seatbelt in, that's good. That is wet. She's gonna get her feet wet. Come on, let's go. She wants to go to sleep. Trying hard not to go to sleep. I think I'm gonna get a job as putting babies to sleep. Yeah. She rolled them eyes. She'll be ready for that now when I get back home. We're just running to check on the bees right now. All right, folks, I'm gonna show you something here out here. This here, I call it a thistle. Don't know exactly what type. And see how it spreads out at the bottom. It is coated. Now coated with little thorns. Little sharp little thorns. And it's pretty. There'll be purple and white flowers. Each one of those flowers has thousands of little seeds in it. Thousands. And they're attached to like a little, almost like a little tiny feather. And when they mature and the wind blows, they just spread. And wherever they come up, or wherever the little seed lands, there'll be one of these things that comes up. Now, you can mow them down and all you're gonna do is spread them. And they're horrible. Cows will not eat around them because of the little thorns on them. There's thorns on the leaves, there's thorns on the stem. Try to get in there and show you something. You can see the thorns. There's thorns on the leaves. And they spread out on the bottom. They'll get 6 foot tall. And the only way to get rid of them is to dig them up and destroy them. Put them in a garbage bag, put them in the dumpster, make a pile and burn them. But you cannot just cut them down and let them lay because they'll still mature and go to seed. Even though they're dead, they'll still mature out and they'll seed will blow. Now, quick story about this thing. My friend Jack, who I told y'all one time before, a real cowboy, had cattle everywhere. I used to go with him, we'd go out to his pastures, we'd ride, checking his cattle out. But Jack's passed away now. But I remember once out with Jack, and I'd seen some of these things back here in our pasture, not many, just a few. And Jack and I was riding through one of his pastures, and the pasture next to it was just covered in these things. And Jack said his biggest chore in that pasture was digging these things up when they blow over on his side of the fence. And he said that pasture I was looking at, which looked like just a flower garden with all these purple and white flowers. And it's a pretty good sized pasture. It used to be a hay meadow. And these things got started in there, and the guy would just come in and mow them. Well, each time he mowed them, they spread. Finally, no one would even buy any of the hay that come out of that thing because so much of this stuff in it. Cattle wouldn't graze it because of so many of these things. So it just sat there. And probably the only way they got rid of them, maybe go in there and maybe poison them somehow, but then that, you don't want to use poison. So there you were, a dilemma. Anyway, Jack says dig them up and burn them, put them in a garbage pile and burn them in a dumpster, get rid of them, bag them up, whatever. So I came home and I come back in the pasture looking, and I found a lot more than I had actually thought I had because I hadn't really paid a lot of attention to them. I brought a hoe back here and some feed sacks, and I dig them up. You have to use gloves and put them down in a feed sack and take them and put them in the dumpster. The first year, I bagged up 7 50-pound bags, 7 50-pound sacks full of these things. And that was packed down. I just pack them down in that bag. Second year, I was half that because some had already went to seed. Then about the third year, I got down just 1 or 2 bags a year. And this is the first one I've seen this year. I always watch for them. Maybe I've got rid of them, I'm hoping I have. But if I left this one plant here, There's probably 1,000 seeds in each one of those flowers. And you can see the flowers go all the way down to the bottom. And when they mature, they start blowing in the wind. And this whole area here would be covered in them next year. So I'm gonna go get my hoe and get a feed sack, and I'll come back with my gloves and dig this thing up. I would do it right now, but I don't have my gloves, don't have a feed sack or a hoe, and I got my partner here. Supposed to be helping me today. Yeah, she's sound asleep. I gotta set her up. All right, guys, sit up, baby girl. Can you sit up till I get home? And lean against Pawpaw. Lean against Pawpaw. Right here. Come on. All right, folks. Am I a good babysitter or what? All right, guys, love y'all. They call me Pawpaw the babysitter. Jesus gonna say, that poor baby, why you keep her off so long? Well, I didn't know she was gonna go to sleep on me. It's my good driving. Yeah, it's good driving. Anyway, I'm right back here to the house. I'm gonna take her in and let her get her nap. I love this little girl. She's such a sweet little thing. So much fun. All right. All right, I'm gonna dig that thing up. Get my gloves, my bag. Put no feed sack here. Gloves on here. Without gloves, you can't handle these things. All right. It's pretty big, this bag. We're gonna get it. It's going in this bag one way or the other. I have to crunch it up in here. Now, it's bagged up, and if you look around, when they get big like that, you can spot them at a long ways off. You'll see the flowers, but driving up, I spotted a small one. I'll show it to you, and we'll dig it up too. That's one right here. You can see it's already getting a flower on top, and it'll get a big old stalk will come up on it, and little flowers be all up and down it. Sometimes they get in this here brush like this, and you won't see them until they get big. So you just have to watch for them. All right, I'm gonna dig this one up, and we'll be moving on. Drive around so we can see some more. Took my little girl back to the house, and Gigi let her take a nap. I got this girl with me. All right. Okay, here's one, another one. It's white. You know, I always watch for these things. let's say they get this size, you can spot them pretty easy. And I'll bag it up too. This and lemon bushes is probably the biggest, it might be the only really species of plants that we have to guard against because they're very invasive, and cattle won't graze around them. Same way with the lemon bushes. So I'm gonna set this down for a second. You can see each one of these little things sticking up is a seed, and they will blow everywhere. You see there's another flower coming on down below that one, right there. There's 3 or 4 of them right on the top. We'll bag these up, and they'll go in the dumpster. They'll go to a landfill. They'll be covered up forever. And when I'm driving through the pastures, I'm always watching for stuff like this. Like I said, when they get big enough, you'll see the flowers at a long distance. And you need to dig them up quickly, get them out of there before they start going to seed. And when they're still little, you're not going to see them unless you just happen up on one. But we'll watch for them. I don't see any out in this area here. All right, we're going to bag this up and head for the house. All right, Ivan's got to straighten them out. Look at him. I'm going to straighten you people out. Ivan, okay, that's enough for that one, he said. Who else needs it? Who else needs it? Yeah, he sees one. He sees somebody that needs corrections. Somebody needs a little correction. Guess who it is? It's a Miracle. You got to straighten her out. They love each other, them two. They argue, they fuss, and they push, and they pull. They wrestle, but they love each other. I let him out here every day when he wants out. He comes to the gate, and I'll let him out because I know that's where he wants to go. And it won't be long when everything gets all good and green. I'll be letting the goats out here some with them during the day when I can be out here with them. Right now, they staying in their little pasture here. All right, I bagged up those plants. I'm going to go put them in the dumpster. And those are things we have to watch for continually during the spring and summer, because they'll pop up. You won't never know it. All of a sudden, one day there won't be one. The next day you'll see it. Or I guess it was there, you just didn't see it until it got big enough to see. And when you do, we dig them up. It's the only way to get rid of them. Mowing them will not work. Mowing them just scatters them, because they'll still continue to lay there on the ground and mature and go to seed. All right, me and Heidi got to get some things done today. Ivan's happy. He's out with Miracle. Soapy and little Carrie's in the front yard terrorizing somebody. And I got to kind of help Jake a little bit today, so catch you guys later. Johnny has had his milk. Now he just wants to sit here with his pawpaw. Hang on, Jack. Here we go. Here we go. And Johnny said he'll just take another nap. He's had his food. Johnny, they say lunch. You had your lunch. Johnny don't care what you call it. Johnny don't care what you call it, as long as he got it. Johnny gets 4 bottles a day. It's about a 16-ounce bottle, maybe a 20. It's half full anyway. It's either 8 or 10 ounces at a time. And it fills him up. You can always tell he's getting full because he'll start taking a little bit, then he'll stop, look around, and take some more, look around. And it's about the time he finishes it, he's fine. But I'm afraid right now, he's gonna be like that little girl. He's gonna try to go to sleep on me. But I try to give him love time every day. You know, when I get through feeding him, I'll sit with him. Sometimes I come out and sit with him anyway. And yes, I do. Yes, I do, Johnny. Oops, you got a hiccup. You got hiccups, Johnny. Camera. Anyway, I give him love time because when he gets big, I was telling him, you get big, Johnny, I ain't gonna be able to kiss on you too much because you're gonna stink. Yeah, you're gonna stink like your daddy did. That's stinky. All them girls are gonna like it though, won't they? Them girls will like it, Pawpaw. All right, bury your little head over there. All right, guys, y'all seen enough of this Johnny loving. You're a good boy. I'm just sitting there waiting on Jake to call me back. He gets ready to do some more. Jake has to have a nap. I don't blame him. We don't blame him, do we, Johnny? I just getting a nap. Johnny's fixing to go to sleep. Pawpaw's gonna be the only one awake. All right, guys. Johnny, you gonna say something?